Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Hello Daily English. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. Today we have a truly special episode for you. We're not just talking about words today. We're talking about feelings. We're talking about connection. We're talking about the magic of giving and receiving.
That's right. Today's topic is how to talk about Christmas gifts in English. But it's so much more than just a list of vocabulary. It's about how to express gratitude, how to describe the joy of giving, and how to share your most cherished memories with the people you love.
Whether you celebrate Christmas or not, the act of giving a gift is a universal language. It is a language spoken in every country, in every culture, and in every home. It's a way of saying, I see you, I appreciate you, you matter to me. So, settle in, get comfortable, make yourself a cup of tea, and let's explore the beautiful language of generosity together.
And if you're new here, consider subscribing to our channel. We're building a community of learners who support each other, and we'd love for you to be a part of it. Your support helps us create more content like this, designed to help you not just speak English, but feel English.
Emma, before we get into the technical words, I want to ask you something personal. Do you remember the first gift you ever gave that really meant something to you? Not a toy you gave to a friend on the playground, but a gift where you really thought about the other person. A gift where you put your heart into it.
Oh, wow, that's a wonderful question. It takes me back. Yes, I do remember. I remember it vividly. I was about 10 years old.
10 years old? That is a young age to be thoughtful. Tell us about it.
Well, my grandmother loved gardening. She had this beautiful rose garden behind her house. It was her sanctuary. She tended to it every single day, rain or shine. But she was getting older and her knees were starting to hurt, so it was becoming hard for her to kneel down in the dirt. I used to watch her struggle to stand up, and it made me feel sad.
That's tough. Gardening is hard work physically. It requires a lot of bending and kneeling.
It is. So I decided I wanted to help her. I saved up my allowance for months. I didn't buy candy. I didn't buy comics. I didn't go to the movies with my friends. I saved every single penny in a little jar in my room. And for Christmas, I bought her a special gardening stool.
A gardening stool?
Yes, it was padded so it was soft to sit on, and it had pockets on the side for her tools, her shears, her gloves, her seeds. It was practical, but it was also a solution to her pain.
That sounds incredibly thoughtful, especially for a 10-year-old. You saw a problem and you tried to fix it with love.
When she opened it on Christmas morning, she didn't say anything at first. She just stared at it. She ran her hand over the cushion. Then she looked at me with tears in her eyes, real tears, and said, Emma, you've given me back my garden.
Wow, you've given me back my garden. That is powerful. I have goosebumps.
I'll never forget that moment. It wasn't about the stool. It wasn't about the object. It was about understanding her struggle and wanting to help. It was about connection.
That story perfectly illustrates that the best gifts aren't always the most expensive ones. They aren't the ones with the biggest price tags. They're the ones that show deep empathy and understanding. They're the ones that say, I know who you are.
Exactly. And that brings us to our first key concept today, a very common idiom in English, the thought that counts.
You'll hear this phrase a lot in English-speaking cultures. It's the thought that counts. It means that the intention behind the gift is more important than the gift itself. Even if the gift isn't perfect, even if it is the wrong size or the wrong color, the fact that someone took the time to think of you is what matters.
So how do we talk about this? If someone gives you a gift, even a small one, even a simple chocolate bar, you can say, "Thank you so much. It's so thoughtful of you."
Or you can say, I really appreciate the thought you put into this. These phrases acknowledge the effort and the love behind the gesture, rather than just the material item.
Let's look at some vocabulary for describing gifts, because not all gifts are the same. When a gift is perfect for you, we might say it's meaningful.
A meaningful gift is one that has emotional value. It carries weight. It connects to a memory, a shared interest, or a personal feeling. For example, my father gave me his old watch. It's not expensive, it's scratched and old, but it's the most meaningful gift I own.
Because it carries his history. Another great word is sentimental. A sentimental gift brings up feelings of nostalgia or tenderness. It reminds you of the past.
Like a photo album filled with pictures of your childhood, or a locket with a picture of a loved one inside. She cried when she opened the sentimental gift because it reminded her of her mother.
And then there are practical gifts. These are very different. These are gifts that are useful in daily life.
Socks, a toaster, a new planner, a vacuum cleaner. Some people love practical gifts because they use them every day. They solve a problem. You might say, I love my new coffee maker. It's such a practical gift. I use it every morning.
Jack, be honest with us. Are you a practical gift giver or a sentimental one?
That is a hard question. I think I'm a mix. I try to be balanced. I try to find something that is useful, but also has a personal touch. For example, last year, I bought my brother a high-quality chef's knife.
A knife? That sounds very practical.
It is. He loves to cook, so he needs it. But I didn't just give him the knife in a box. I also engraved his initials on the handle, so it became sentimental.
Oh, that's a lovely touch. Engraving is a great way to personalize a gift. To personalize means to make something specific to an individual, usually by adding their name, their initials, or a special message.
Exactly. Personalized gifts show that you planned ahead. You didn't just grab something off the shelf at the last minute. You took extra time to make it special for them.
Speaking of last minute, let's talk about the different types of shoppers, because we all have different styles. Are you an early bird or a last-minute shopper?
I confess, and I am not proud of this. I used to be a terrible last-minute shopper. I would be the guy running around the shopping mall on Christmas Eve, sweating and stressed, trying to find anything left on the shelves.
Oh no, that sounds stressful. The Christmas Eve panic.
It was. But now, I try to be an early bird. I have changed my ways. I start making a list in November. I listen to what people say they need throughout the year.
That's wise. An early bird is someone who does things ahead of time. You can say, she's an early bird. She finished her Christmas shopping in October.
And the opposite is the procrastinator, someone who waits until the very end to do something. Don't be a procrastinator. The shops will be empty and you'll be left with nothing but bad candles.
Let's dive deeper into the experience of giving. There's a special vocabulary for the act of giving itself. It starts before you even hand the gift over. We talk about wrapping presents.
To wrap a gift means to cover it in decorative paper to hide what is inside. We use wrapping paper, which comes in beautiful colors and patterns. We use tape to stick it down, and we use ribbon and bows to make it look fancy. We might also add a gift tag to write, "To Emma, from Jack."
There's something so exciting about a beautifully wrapped gift sitting under the tree. It builds anticipation. You look at the shape of the box and you wonder, what's inside? Is it a book? Is it a sweater? Is it chocolate?
That mystery is part of the fun. And then there's the unwrapping, tearing off the paper to reveal the surprise. The children were screaming with joy as they unwrapped their presents under the tree on Christmas morning.
Sometimes, if we're lazy or if the gift is a strange shape, we don't wrap gifts. We put them in gift bags. This is a great option if you're not good at wrapping. You just put the gift in the bag and add some tissue paper on top to hide it.
Or a stocking. This is a very specific cultural tradition. In many cultures, especially in the UK and USA, children hang a large sock called a stocking by the fireplace or at the end of their bed. Santa Claus fills it with small gifts.
We call these small gifts stocking stuffers. They are usually small, inexpensive items like candy, small toys, lip balm, or toiletries. You might hear a parent say, "I need to go to the store to buy some stocking stuffers for the kids."
Now let's talk about receiving gifts. This can sometimes be tricky.
It's easy to receive a gift you love, but what if you receive a gift you don't like?
Oh, the dreaded bad gift. It happens to everyone. Maybe it's a sweater that's 2 sizes too big and very ugly, or a book you've already read, or a perfume that smells terrible.
The most important rule in English-speaking cultures, and probably all cultures, is to be polite and grateful. Remember our idiom, it's the thought that counts. You should never say, "I don't like this," or "Why did you buy me this?"
That would be very rude and hurtful. Instead, you can focus on a positive aspect. You can say, "Oh, this is such a lovely color," even if you hate the sweater style, or "Thank you for thinking of me."
You can also ask about the story behind the gift to shift the focus. Where did you find this? This shifts the conversation away from your reaction to the object and onto the giver's effort.
And if you really can't use it, for example, if the shoes don't fit, you might be able to exchange it later. To exchange a gift means to take it back to the store and swap it for something else or for a different size.
But be careful. Don't let the giver know unless you have a close relationship. Usually you need a gift receipt to do this. A gift receipt is a special paper that shows proof of purchase but doesn't show the price. It's designed exactly for this purpose.
Let's move on to a more advanced concept, the language of gratitude. Saying thank you is good, it is polite, but we can do better. We can be more expressive.
Absolutely. If you want to sound sincere, professional, and deep, try using these stronger phrases. Write these down.
First, I'm so touched by your generosity. To be touched means your heart is affected emotionally.
Second, this is exactly what I needed. This shows the giver that they understood your needs perfectly.
Third, you know me so well. This is a huge compliment. It says, you understand my personality.
And fourth, I will cherish this forever.
To cherish is a beautiful poetic verb. It means to protect and care for something lovingly. It means to hold it dear in your heart. I cherish the memories of our time together. I will cherish this necklace.
Another great phrase, which is a bit of an idiom, is you shouldn't have.
We say this with a smile. Oh, Jack, you shouldn't have. It implies, you are too generous. I don't deserve this, but thank you.
It is a polite way of showing humility. Oh, Jack, you bought me a diamond necklace you shouldn't have.
Well, maybe one day, Emma. But yes, that's the perfect usage. It shows surprise and gratitude mixed together.
Let's share another story. I think stories help us remember words better. Emma told us about her grandmother. Jack, tell us about a time you received a gift that surprised you.
Yes. Tell us a secret from your life, Jack.
Okay, this was a few years ago. I was going through a hard time in my life. I was feeling a bit lost, a bit lonely. I was stressed about my career. I hadn't told anyone, but my best friend noticed.
Best friends always know. They have a sixth sense.
They do. On Christmas Eve, he came over to my apartment. He didn't bring a big bag. He just handed me a small wooden box. Inside was a compass, an old brass compass like sailors used to use.
A compass? That's unusual. Why a compass?
It came with a note. The note said, "So you can always find your way back home."
Oh my goodness.
It wasn't about directions. It wasn't about north, south, east, and west. It was a metaphor. He was telling me that he was my home, that our friendship was my anchor, that I wasn't alone in the world.
That is incredibly moving. It's a perfect example of a symbolic gift.
Yes, symbolic. It represents an idea or a feeling. The compass represented guidance, stability, and friendship. I keep it on my desk to this day. Whenever I feel stressed or lost, I look at it and I feel stronger.
Stories like that remind us why we give gifts. It's not about consumerism. It's not about spending money at the mall. It's about strengthening bonds between humans.
And talking about these stories in English is a great way to practice your narrative skills. When you tell a story about a gift, focus on the emotion, the surprise, and the meaning.
Use sensory details. Describe the wrapping paper. Was it shiny or matte? Describe the weight of the box. Describe the look on the person's face.
You can say, her face lit up when she saw the puppy. To light up means to suddenly look very happy and excited, like a light bulb turning on.
Or he was speechless. To be speechless means you are so surprised or moved that you cannot speak. You have no words.
I was overwhelmed by their kindness. Overwhelmed can mean having a strong emotional reaction where you almost want to cry because you feel so much.
Let's practice some dialogue. Let's act this out so our listeners can hear the tone of voice. Imagine we are at a Christmas party. The music is playing, people are drinking cocoa. Someone hands you a gift. How does the conversation go?
Okay, I'll start. Here, Emma, this is a little something for you.
Oh, Jack, that's so sweet. Can I open it now?
Of course, I hope you like it. I saw it and thought of you.
Pretends to unwrap. Oh my goodness! It's a vintage edition of Pride and Prejudice. Look at the cover. How did you know?
I remember you saying your old copy was falling apart, and I know how much you love Jane Austen.
This is amazing. I'm speechless. Thank you so much, Jack. I will treasure this.
You're very welcome. Merry Christmas.
See how natural that flowed? We used phrases like a little something, how did you know, and I will treasure this.
A little something is a humble way to refer to a gift you are giving. It lowers expectations and sounds casual and friendly. It makes the other person feel comfortable.
Now, let's talk about the tricky topic of budget. Money can be awkward to talk about, but it's a reality of gift giving. Not everyone can afford vintage books or engraved knives.
Yes. Sometimes we agree on a spending limit, for example, in a Secret Santa exchange.
Secret Santa is a fun game, often played in offices or friend groups. Everyone draws a name out of a hat. You buy a gift for that person, but they don't know it is you. You keep your identity a secret until the gift is opened.
Usually there's a budget, like $20. We're doing a Secret Santa at work with a $20 limit.
This helps ensure that everyone spends roughly the same amount, so no one feels uncomfortable. No one buys a Ferrari while someone else buys a chocolate bar.
Another way to save money and often give a better gift is DIY gifts. DIY stands for do-it-yourself.
Baking cookies, knitting a scarf, painting a picture, making a photo album. These are all DIY gifts. They're often more cherished than store-bought gifts because they require time, effort, and skill.
She made me a DIY candle scented with lavender. That sounds lovely and personal.
But what if you truly can't afford gifts this year? Life is hard, money is tight. That is okay too. The best gift is your presence, not your presents.
I love that play on words. Presence, being there, P-R-E-S-E-N-C-E, versus presents, gifts, P-R-E-S-E-N-T-S. They sound exactly the same, but mean very different things.
You can offer your time. We call these coupons of love. You can say, for Christmas, I'm giving you a coupon for 1 day of babysitting. Or, I'll cook you a special dinner. Or, I will help you clean your garage. These are acts of service, and they are incredibly valuable.
Never feel ashamed of your budget. True friends and family care about you, not what you buy. They want your company, not your wallet.
Before we wrap up, pun intended, to wrap up means to finish, let's review some key vocabulary we've learned today. We want these words to stick in your mind.
Let's go through the list. Thoughtful, showing consideration for others. Meaningful, having serious, important, or emotional value. Sentimental, prompted by feelings of tenderness, sadness, or nostalgia. Practical, useful in actual daily practice.
And some verbs. Personalize, to design something to meet someone's individual requirements. Exchange, to give something and receive something in return. Cherish, to protect and care for something lovingly. Light up, to become happy and bright.
And the nouns. Symbolic, serving as a symbol or representation. DIY, do it yourself. Stocking stuffer, a small gift.
Early bird, someone who prepares early.
And finally, remember the idioms. These will make you sound like a native speaker. It's the thought that counts. You shouldn't have. A little something.
We hope this lesson has given you the words to express the warmth and joy of the holiday season. We hope it helps you connect deeper with the people in your life.
Giving is an art. It's an art of observation, of empathy, and of love. And now you have the vocabulary to paint that picture in English.
We have a small homework assignment for you. We want to hear from you. In the comments below, tell us about the most meaningful gift you have ever received.
Why was it special? Who gave it to you? How did it make you feel? Did you cry? Did you laugh?
We read every single comment, and we love hearing your stories. It makes this community feel so alive. It makes us feel like we are sitting in a room with you, sharing stories by the fire.
Thank you for spending this time with us. We wish you a season filled with warmth, laughter, and meaningful connection.
Merry Christmas to those who celebrate, and happy holidays to everyone. Take care of yourselves and each other.
See you in the next video. Bye, everyone.
Bye.